Well, in the meantime, a Marquette County nonprofit is looking to make mental health services more accessible. A West End Health Foundation grant will expand options for transportation to care.
TV6's Caden Minus takes a look at how Superior Connections will be using this money.
Superior Connections Recovery Community Organization on Front Street in Marquette is reaching out to the West End of Marquette County. The nonprofit received a $30,000 grant from the West End Health Foundation earlier this week. Superior Connections Executive Director Ryan Redmond says the grant will be used to provide people transportation to doctor's appointments or treatment.
We purchased a 15-passenger van, which is going to allow us to take people to treatment, to appointments, our recovery community events. We also are going to purchase some bicycles and bus tickets.
Redmond says those living in rural areas on the West End may not be able to drive themselves to treatments they need. He says transportation has been a consistent obstacle in accessing mental health services.
We've been working with individuals since 2019, and transportation is overall the biggest barrier, time and time again. And then with the restrictions with the public transportation system, it's just been really difficult since COVID and going forward.
This grant was a part of the West End Health Foundation's Proactive Grant. The grant has a theme every year, with mental health being this year's theme. West End Health Foundation board member Corey Bjorn says tackling obstacles like transportation can get people the help they need.
Substance use disorders and mental health are such a large problem. What we wanted to be able to do was maybe pick something small within that problem that we can help solve. And transportation is going to be a big thing.
Redmond says Superior Connections is in the process of making bikes and bus tickets available to those who need them. Caden Minus, TV6 News, Marquette County.
Thank you, Caden.